Okay guys, today we are at Adrenaline Service and Dyno here in Salt Lake City, and we're going to be dynoing my 128i and see how slow it is. We're dynoing it because I need to submit a dyno form to NASA for TT5 for my classing. They have to have an official dyno form that is done to their standards and etc, etc. So here we are dynoing it today. I've already had this car dynoed at roughly 1,000 feet elevation, or the last owner did, and made 241 wheel, but right now we're about 5,000 feet elevation, 4 to 5,000, somewhere there. So we'll see how much power it makes up here, and we'll get our official form and we'll do that. So we're going to go up to the dyno now, and then I'll kind of give an explanation of what mods I have for people that are interested. And I think this is going to be a pretty short video. I don't think it's going to be a long one, but let's get the car set up ready for the dyno. So guys, we threw the Forge Stars on. Those are going to be the 18s I race with, so that's why I put those on the back. They're the heaviest set of wheels I own for this car, so that's why they're on the car right now. Bring that number to the most realistic number we're going to see at the track, and the lower the number, the better, because it gives me more points to play with in my class. So for those that don't know, NASA classing is based off your power to weight ratio. So the lower power number I put down, the more points I get to play with later. The classing works in the sense that it takes your baseline power to weight, and then other mods add or subtract points to it. So, but that baseline starts your power to weight. So the lower that number is, or the higher that ratio is, the more points I get to play with on tires, suspension, etc. So we'll see where we're at. I think I'm pretty maxed out to class. Oh, there we go. Time to get my heart broken.
One hour later.
Okay guys, 203 wheel. Dude, this thing's a screamer. Now that's a good thing for me technically, because that means I have way more points to play with in my class. I might be able to run a full race slick actually. So that means there's a lot more time on the table for this car and for me at the track, which is good. It means I have a really good competitive platform. Just need a little more money into this car, and dude, we'll be ripping. So I'm gonna do some research tonight, see what I'm gonna do for NASA TT. But yeah, 203 wheel. Now, this car was dynoed at 241 wheel in the past. I'm not sure what dyno exactly, what type, but that was at a lower elevation, and it was 93 octane. I'm at 91 octane. I forgot to mention that. 91 octane here, and this car doesn't have, it's tuned for 93 technically, but the thing is, this car's a really trick fuel system, so when you run 91 octane in it, it is able to dial back some timing, so it's safe still, and it's been running like that for a long time now with 91. So I'm not too concerned, but maybe I can eke out a little more power if I get a tune dedicated to 91. So that might be something I might explore in the future. But otherwise, I'm gonna really look at where I can shave weight on the car. So for those wondering, I'll tell you exactly what mods this car has. It has an AFE intake, AA headers, a custom 3-inch cat back with a 100 cell high flow cat, only one of them, and a tune. That's it. That's all this car has. So it is an N51 motor, not an N52, so it is lower compression motor, but it does have the 3-stage manifold. That is one of the balancing factors there for power. And then, like I said, running 91 octane, and we're at about, I think we're at 4,500 feet elevation right now. So that's a little bit of a rundown. So for those guys with these cars that want to see what power numbers they can put out, that is what you can expect. So anyway, guys. Okay guys, so here's the dyno sheet here, and to kind of explain what's going on with the NASA classing, so we have our dyno here, our numbers, as certain RPM points here. I mean, it's got every 50 RPM mapped out here, and we have these certain values we need. These specific values then go to this guy here, this sheet here for NASA, and So basically, long story short, you go to what your RPM range is going to be. You pick some data points there. And then from there, out of those data points you pick, you add them up and average them. And that's the number, that's your average horsepower that you're going to be using on the track, essentially, that you use for your power to weight calculation. So I'm not using a peak number, I'm using this guy, which is nice because that gives me a lot more flexibility in my classing. It means I can probably run a Toyo slick or a Hoosier slick or a stickier tire. I'm excited. This is good. This is good stuff here, because this gives me a lot more. I can shave some more weight out of the car, and shaving weight's good because it makes your car faster in multiple directions versus just in a straight line. So this is it's a little bit heartbreaking, but it's also a really good thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's going to be a short one. I hope it was insightful. I needed to do this for NASA tech inspection, so this was just going to have to be done. I wasn't really doing it to see what numbers I get or whatever. Really, I need this for my class at recent. So anyway, next video I think will be drifting, something drift related. There's gonna be a couple more drift videos before we come back to the BMW. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.